What's the best way to lift weights or strength train if you want to bulk versus when you want to cut? Watch this.
Our next caller is Dean from Oregon.
What's up, Dean? How can we help you?
Hey,
What up?
what's happening, boys?
What up?
Super stoked. Whoa.
Hey,
So,
all right.
yes, there we are. So questions. I understand that all of your MAPS programs are suited for either cutting or bulking or maintenance. Like you can do anything. You can do it any way you want. But if you had to pick, what ones would be best for bulking or maintenance?
We literally just did it.
Specifically.
Yeah, we did a whole episode about this because
Yeah.
it's been a
Did you really?
question.
Yeah, we just recorded it
It's
yesterday.
a common question.
Is it single topic? Is
There's
this
a single topic, hasn't dropped yet.
Yeah. So
I got an answer for you, Dean.
Okay.
Okay, maintenance. Let's cut that one out. Cut or bulk. Okay.
Okay.
When you're going to switch into a cut or a bulk, the MAPS program that is most different from what you're currently doing will be the best one for either one. So you want to introduce novelty when you switch into a cut or when you switch into a bulk, because the novelty is going to, in the cut, maintain the most muscle, or in the bulk, help build the most muscle. So that's it. That's pretty much it. Now, among those, we have some that are more athletic minded, more bodybuilding minded. That's up to you. But that's it. That's pretty much it.
Are you a high reps guy or low reps guy?
Yeah, I got the power lift and split. And this is, I had a little more grace weight wise because we just got back from, we went 2 weeks in Hawaii and then 2 weeks hunting. So as the kids say, I was living my best life and kind of went a little ham.
yeah.
So I don't have as much room to play with on that. But so that's why I didn't know if I should cut, switch to main, or what was the best scenario for it.
Yeah. So
For those two.
So okay. Yeah, you haven't been training for the last 2 weeks, right?
4 weeks.
4 weeks. 4
no.
weeks.
It's been off and on. Like there was about a week difference between the hunting and Hawaii, but yeah, the training has not been ideal for the last month.
So, okay, if someone's in this position, I like to always go after building muscle and bulking first. Just because you're going to get the benefits of you've lifted in the past
Yeah, took
before,
time off.
you've taken time off, the body is primed for you to want to build muscle. Let's feed it and give it what it wants. Even though you may feel fluffy or a little more weight than you like, I would start in a bulk.
Yeah.
Just a small
Gotcha.
one, but I would start with a calorie surplus and stimulating to build muscle. And I would do that. And now maybe you only do that because you're an experienced lifter for one phase. So let's say we run MAPS anabolic and I go, okay, I put you in a calorie surplus. Let's run MAPS anabolic in a bulk. And then maybe by phase 2 or phase 3, I transition you into a cut. So
Gotcha.
the key is anytime I transition a client from a bulk or cut, doesn't matter which one, I want a novel stimulus. Now, a novel stimulus can be different exercises. It could be different rep ranges. The more novel, the better. So an example of even more novel would be you're running MAPS anabolic for a bulk, and then you run a program like MAPS performance for a cut because it's so different exercises. There's different adaptations. Like we're going after endurance. Like there's a lot of different stuff in there. So it's going to be very novel. And to Sal's point, a novel stimulus is the best for building muscle and is the best for holding on to muscle. So the best thing you could do is to stick in one, and then when you transition the diet, you also transition what you're doing program-wise.
For the full program or for
It's up to you.
each phase?
It's up to you.
You can mix and match?
Yeah.
How long do you plan on bulking for?
Like 210. I'm at like 192 right now. So 210 is about where I start to feel like I need to cut back down.
Oh, you could do a good clean bulk for the entirety of MAPS anabolic then.
You could even do this, right? We could go all day on how the different ways you could do this. Like if you're like, I want to bulk, but I don't want to get like I don't want to put too much money. So go 3 weeks in a surplus, then run 1 week of a maintenance or a deficit. Then go 3 weeks of a surplus, 1 week of a maintenance or deficit through the whole program of MAPS anabolic. Like literally do
That's
that.
how I would do like a
and
lean bulk,
then reverse that when you go into the next program. So go
3-1 in the verse.
So then go to MAPS performance and go 3 weeks in a cut with only 1 week into a maintenance or a surplus, and 3 weeks. So you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's
absolutely.
That's a great strategy for what you're basically asking. So even though there's other ways to do it, I like to do it that way.
That's amazing. Yeah. Yeah. It was just hard to tell because like You never know. Like when you start getting a little fluffy, it's hard to like just keep going with that. Even though it's like you want to just cut back down to get the most
no,
bang for your buck.
If you do a proper bulk where you're maybe 500 calories over maintenance and you start lifting, which you haven't been doing, you're going to get lean. You're probably going to get a little leaner at the same time.
One of the reasons I like to go that way too is because when I'm off the diet or I go on vacation, not only do I put on bad weight, but I also miss my protein intake.
And there's muscle memory going on too because of his past.
And so what ends up happening is I put on, say, 10 pounds, let's say over like a crazy vacation trip. But what's even worse is I put on 10 pounds on the scale, but I actually lost also 5 pounds of muscle. That happens all the time to people because they overconsume on, let's say bad calories and they underconsume on nutrient dense calories.
And they're not training.
And they're not training. So I love to go on a bulk. Like, let's feed the body what it actually wants. Let's send a muscle building signal and make sure I'm getting adequate protein so that real quickly the body will respond. And I'll normally put on that 5 pounds that I lost. That 5 pounds of muscle comes back on really quick just by feeding the body the protein intake it needs and stimulating again. And so quickly my metabolism starts to rebound and I'm already starting to feel better. Even though I'm in a surplus, I already see my body shaping up differently, which is a very positive thing. And then that sets you up for a better cut than if you were to go right into a cut right now.
How far should you push your bulk before you think just one?
It's more about
it's more about
how you feel eating wise and how you feel with that weight on your body, right? So I think Sal's, I've heard talk about this before. He knows when he gets a little over 215, 220, his body starts telling him like it doesn't matter even if it's good weight, even when he looks shredded, he doesn't feel comfortable there. So that's like his sign to come back. Mine is like about 230. I get over 230 and it's like, my body wants to start.
Mine's like 315.
So
too much cheese.
Yeah. And then the other variable is eating. Like another reason why I like to come back down when I start getting is like it just takes a lot of calories for me to maintain that weight. So if you're like, man, I'm stuffing myself and I feel uncomfortable, like that's a pretty good sign that I'm higher than I need to be. It's time to go the other direction. So it's really dependent on the person.
Roger that. Yeah. I wish I would have got this message in a couple days earlier.
It's okay, bro. You're good now.
No big deal.
Yeah, you're good now.
Absolutely. All right. Yeah.
All right, Dean.
All right. Thank you guys so much. You guys are amazing.
Thanks, man. Thanks for calling in. Such good energy.
Did he say love you?
He did.
He did.
He did. He's a very happy,
take that.
happy, nice guy.
We didn't give him anything, but I don't feel like he needed anything.
No, he seemed excited.
Yeah, I think he just wanted. I mean, that's a good question too. I mean, I feel like we get that all the time.
All the time.
I can't wait for that. Can't wait for that episode.
Yeah,
so we can just refer to that.
I know. Yeah, that's a good one. It covered the bases.
Yeah, I mean, the bottom line is if you're trying to cut or you're trying to gain, the priority is muscle. Whether you're trying to maintain or build it, it's always the priority. So that's the goal with the workout.
I mean, does this not highlight to you like how well like people have been marketed to for so long?
Of course.
Oh yeah.
It's just, you know what would happen if we came out with a MAPS bulk?
I know.
Or a MAPS cut. I know. We might have to and include diet with it or something because watch, we're gonna get DMs now. Please make that.
Yeah.
And I get it. I get why people want it. They want to have the full. Tell me everything I need to do within this program.
So you just need like a different design, is what you're saying.
It's so funny though. Like
application.
People say that they want that, right? And then you tell them that, and then they go find somebody else who said something. Well, Brett Contreras says this, or Lane Norton says this. Or it's just like, well, you asked for a very specific answer, and I gave it to you, even though I could tell you that it depends and everything is nuanced. And then you're going to go back and hold it against me that someone else said something different. It's like, God, dude, you can't win.